Well, I feel like my long-lost best friend came back tonight. And I've been waiting some time for us to play defense like that, and it's exciting to play that way. Because that's the way it's been for 4 years. And tonight, to take a great assist-turnover team, hold them to 4 assists and 28% shooting, force 19 turnovers, take a great guard, hold them to a point, and force 3 turnovers. Just brilliant performance by our guys. Real proud of them. And just all phases of the game tonight, they were locked in.
What do you see this coming?
We were, I didn't yell at them at all after the loss. I just said, look, guys, if your identity is to outshoot people, then you may make the tournament, but you're going to have an early exit. I said, now you can shoot, and you're a good offensive basketball team, but unless you learn to play Louisville-type defense, we're never going to be a great basketball team. And they took it to heart and worked real hard at it this week. Zone, man, switching up, blocking out, did a great job.
You were concerned about Pitt's execution. What do you think your guys did specifically?
Well, we kept switching from zone to man to zone. And we did a very good job of bothering them when they went. They isolate a lot. We really forced guys to their weak hand and then rotated. When they went to their weak hand, we rotated properly, and it caused some problems.
Let's talk about Nanu's game, and even on the defensive end, it seemed like he was talking in the back there, telling other guys where to go. Maybe.
Yeah, Nanu's when Nanu gets a little tired, that's when he'll make a mistake. Like when he gave up that three-point shot, he was resting in the lane trying to get a blow, and I was taking him out because I saw him resting in the lane, and he fouled him. But right now, if he plays 33 minutes, we're going to be tough to beat. Once Mango comes back, he can play, 27, 28, and it won't be a problem.
Coach, it seemed like you had some loose balls or 50-50 balls in the first half kind of get away from you and have a good defensive possession. Then you give it back. It seemed like in the second half you really locked down.
We did. We made maybe one mistake on not blocking out a free throw that could have gone to 15. Outside of that, Ray did a great job. The guys switched properly. They blitzed properly. They downed properly. It was just a beautiful game defensively to watch.
In the game in Clemson, you scored 25 in the first half. Tonight, 20. What similarities did you see in those 2 first halves?
Well, when you play conference play, and both teams are going to play great defense, and you're going to have some slowdown games like this, but that's okay as long as you're playing defense like this. It's 2 teams in the top 25 playing to maintain that position. And we know we're going to play them twice. We know we're going to battle them the entire year. We know. Look, I was as uptight as I've been watching film on these guys. It was watching film. They're a scary team to watch. So it is. I would say I got sick to my stomach, and I did get sick to my stomach. So it's. I was worried about this game and what they do.
Was it a better reaction though to a poor shooting first half? You didn't have guys that didn't look like fans.
No, we didn't. Look, we missed a lot of inside shots. We didn't, Q missed a couple of shots. But look, we're a good shooting team. We just got to get used to playing that type of defense and shooting the ball. And we will. We will, because in practice each day, we make shots. We make shots, and our practices are tough.
Have you ever had to leave a game like that in the middle of the game?
About 30 times in my career. I can't eat game day. And just think about this, the pros, you're coaching 100 games. I can never eat, but 9 o'clock game kills me. And I made a mistake. I went and ate something. And I get sick if I eat something.
What'd you eat?
I had just turkey. That's it. No bread. And can't work. These 9 o'clock games kill me.
Coach, how difficult has it been for Ding to kind of catch up to everybody else missing so many games? It seems like he still gets a little bit lost defensively on possessions.
Yeah, an injury like that, and everybody's practicing double sessions, intercession, it just takes time. And then, he's going to be a terrific basketball player. I know it for a fact. But he's also playing behind Damian Lee, so that's what I said to him. I said, look, son, you're not doing anything wrong. You're coming back from an injury. And I said, it's just Damian. I've got to keep him on the court because of what he does. He texted me back, which is typical of this team. He said, Coach, don't worry about my minutes. I got a long time here. Just let's win the game. And you don't ever get that today. These kids are so unusual, it's scary.
Or what, just the defensive improvement from sending a team on the line 44 times at Clemson to, they're a top 10 scoring team. Kids have their average. I mean, were they just underperforming at Clemson, or did they work that hard?
I think if you just, we lost the Clemson game because of offense and fouling too much. And sometimes, you say, well, they only shot 38%, but when you put a team to the line 44, that's probably the most misleading stats. It's like sometimes you hold a team to a low percentage and they get 19, 20 offensive rebounds, so you're not rebounding the ball well. They're sending 4 guys because they're missing all the time. That's why tonight it was very, very impressive. Even though they had 14 second shots, we held them to 28. That's pretty impressive. And if you play great defense, a great foul shooting team, believe it or not, they have to work real hard, will miss free throws. I've seen that for 40-something years. If you play soft defense, they won't.
Could drill down a little bit further on the defense. What did you see tonight specifically that you haven't been seeing?
3 areas. 1, we took away the strengths of the players from the scouting report. We took away Robinson's right. We took away the 2-man game with traps. We pressed without fouling. I can't remember one time Q fouled and the guy locked Q up and did a great job. He locked Q's arm and got a foul. Outside of that, we didn't foul in the press. So we did everything from a focus standpoint to take away their strengths. And that's where this team hasn't been together because they're not. Ray Spalding finds when you tell him these things sometimes he says, we're gonna press, go to zone, and then when are we going man? And then when are we going back to zone? So this is calculus for him, and he's not even on a basic algebra yet.
Generally speaking, without Mango and with Motts and now a healthy Anas, have you been generally pleased with what they've been able to do in that spot?
I'm not pleased with Anas. I'm pleased with Motts. Anas has got to get tougher. There's a ball in front of him. You got to use your length and get tougher. So I told Ray Ganal, I said, listen, besides weight training, just get in there and wrestle with him. And then knock him around. So Ray's going to wrestle with him tomorrow.
I think they cut it to 9, and then Nanu at the line. Those were 2 big free throws. How much does a game like this give him confidence?
I think it's going to give him a lot of confidence because we shot 16 and 19 and held him to 4 assists. It's going to give us a lot of confidence. But the most important thing is I think we're going to be a good offensive team. I'm not worried about Trey Lewis. I'm not worried about Damian with shots at all, those 2 especially. But if we can play this type of defense against Florida State moving forward, come March, we'll be a tough basketball team.
Were both teams keying on each other's three-point attack? I mean, just 1-3 per team?
I don't know. We weren't really interested in the 3 too much tonight. Purdue beat them even though Purdue made 11 threes, they beat them. They got up by going inside, and teams haven't been going inside against them. So we were totally focused on getting the ball to Nano.
How close is this defense to being where you want it to be?
Tonight, it was like old times, but now we got to get ready for Florida State. Certainly, I think the guys saw what it could do tonight, and I think they're encouraged by it. And I think they'll draw some energy from it.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.